Up.com. I got this back from the U.S. Supreme Court again. This one they held on to a little freaking longer. But I got it back. There it is, man. I'm about to open it. I haven't opened it yet. The government has been in my head. They know that I've been thinking about this issue with why this keeps coming back, and me thinking I follow the rules. They don't even like read the petition or read the rules before they decide to send it back usually, but maybe this time they did. And this, I'm going to read it and see what the hell they had to say. I wanted it sealed. Maybe they're going to say something about how I need to send 14 copies or 11 copies. And if they do that, the government's been in my head saying something like that. Well, now you're going to have to send it to Sotomayor. Now, is it true? Or is it just a fucking computer talking into my head? Or some idiots who have been tracking my case and harassing me? Well, let's see here. We're going to open this up and see what the hell it says. What it does mean, though, that this thing came back, the U.S. Supreme Court's failed and left me to die. And their incompetence. This petition would be accepted at lower courts the way it is. And I went to the U.S. Supreme Court because it's that important, because I'm facing murder and shit. And all these lower court judges are crap. And this needs to be taken care of one blow. One blow. One motherfucking blow. One court case to shut it all down. You can't do that with some fucking local judge who's an idiot. Because when you're dealing with something that's bigger than everything else, they won't fucking touch it. They just won't touch shit. They'll touch pussy little small issues at the local level. Oh, I just found out, nope, they didn't even find anything wrong. They just, they're saying the same stuff. It's already got everything. So this is amazing shit. So, in my previous videos, I showed you that they're sending it back for reasons that are actually not a problem. Here's what they're saying. All this stuff, they're saying that it doesn't state this first issue, that it doesn't state that it does on page like 1 or 2. It also says why I'm not making an application to the lower courts. It's all right there. So this is the petition. So let's just focus on this. Let's point it out. I'm filming this. Number 1, the petition, here's what this one says. It says, the petition does not state the reasons for not making application to district court of the district in which you are held. In fact, it does on page 1. The petition does not show how the writ will aid in the court's appellate jurisdiction, what exceptional circumstances warrant the exercise of the court's discretionary powers, and why adequate relief cannot be obtained. That's all taken care of on page 1. And this is not even part of the rules. I've already read it. This guy previously, his same old guy, Clayton Higgins, is doing this. The first time he said this was a writ of certiorari when it's a writ of habeas corpus. The second time he said all this stuff was wrong when it wasn't. It also says here, no notarized affidavit or declaration of indigency is attached. But let's take a look at this. I'm using the exact same form that they sent me. Here it is. Here's the affidavit of a declaration in support of motion to leave. Most likely, it doesn't require a notarization. It doesn't say anywhere on here, on this particular form, that notarization is required. In a declaration, it doesn't require, I'm pretty sure it doesn't require notarization. It doesn't have a spot on here, but I'll check into that, because this form, I'll just double check that. Everything else looks here. I'm going to go to page 1 of the petition. Henry Todd Giffen. Here's page 1. Writs may be granted by the U.S. Supreme Court. And actually what we do is we copy the law itself first. So on page 2, if addressed to the U.S. Supreme blah blah blah. So on page 2, it's right there. It says, the whole thing. So they may not like what my reason is, but that's not what the clerk's purpose is. They don't get to decide, the judges decide if this is a reason or not. So what else is wrong? All I could do is make a video. This guy's actually being an asshole on purpose because he doesn't care about my petition. And last time I sent him a letter. Here's the letter. I pointed out how everything was addressed. This is letter April 16th. Sorry, this is a little blurry, but it points out how everything was addressed. It was received on the 21st. How there was basically nothing wrong in the first place. The proof of service was there. He said it wasn't there. I point out that the petition has a reason as required by 2242. It's USC 2242. It's on the first 1 or 2 pages. It starts off with a direct copy of the law. And then I also point out that the law says that the court is not actually allowed to send a petition back if they don't want to accept it. It says there in USC 282241B, U.S. Supreme Court, any justice thereof, or any circuit judge may decline to entertain an application for a writ of habeas corpus and may transfer the application for the hearing and determination to the district court, so having jurisdiction to entertain it. So the only thing they're allowed to do is to actually send it to the district court, having jurisdiction to entertain it. That's what the law says, and they're not following the law. And he's done this before. I went to the Supreme Court before in a case. He did the same thing. He goes, oh, a copy of the lower court judgment was not present. It was there, right there. It was right there in the petition. Every single reason he listed was not a valid reason for sending it back. So, I think this is the same clerk, and he does it every time. He's just an asshole. He doesn't even explain specifically how to fix it. If it's so wrong, how do you fix it? Alright, well, I'm done. This petition is pretty much done. As you see, the whole thing was set up nicely. The dumb U.S. Supreme Court just sends it right back. Clayton R. Higgins. He's a dumb fuck. Watch the previous videos I uploaded here to YouTube. This petition, if it, this is more complete than anything I've ever done when I send it to a lower court and they accept it. And I've read the rules, like I said. I followed the rules. Clayton R. Higgins just wants me dead. So I'm going to upload this. This is my documentation of proof that Clayton R. Higgins has allowed the government to torture me And this has been over a month, man. I sent the first one in March. Oh yeah. Way back in March. March 17th is the first time they got a copy of this. Here we are at the end of April, and it's just as simple as taking a look at the petition, man. And answering the petition and enforcing the law and letting the judge enforce the law.